Okay, I am so excited to be recording again. My goal was to truly do these, like, sorry, I do that a lot. I get on my feet and I stand up. Anyway, my goal was to do these once a month, but I feel like it'd be fun to try to do it once a week. I just get overwhelmed with the editing process for YouTube videos because it takes a lot longer. So I need to work on that. Maybe just edit as I go. I can try to do, I don't know, I'll try to figure it out this week. I think for now I'm just gonna do like a weekend in the life, and then I kind of want to do a week in the life because I just started this new job and I'm a marketing manager for a pool construction company, which is a huge life update. The reason I started recording, I got these rods that are like the blowout rods, but these were like $3 off of TikTok shop, so I wanted to try them and see if I get the hang of them here. Okay, it's kind of just pointing at this. I've never tried this, so we'll see how this goes. Watching this, I'd love to hear how you're doing, how life has been for you. That's a lot of hair. Okay, cool. I hope this doesn't come out like terrible. Okay, there's the first one. This is kind of cool. I did it a little too tight on these areas, so it hurts. I think I put way too much hair at the top, so next time I do this, I'll do less. I literally just have, I think I said this already, an hour and a half before we leave to church, and that's how long I'm leaving it in. Not even leaving it in for a long time, so let's see. I'm just gonna do that. This is not the right way to do it, for sure. I need to look up a tutorial, which I should have done in the first place. It's just gonna be like you're hanging out with me as we're doing this together. I definitely did these wrong, but for now, yeah, it's pulling on my scalp. I'll have to watch a tutorial. I did this so wrong, but I hope you get the idea. This is kind of fun. I'm actually gonna put the blow dryer on because I want this to be done in an hour and a half. I don't know if that's possible, but y'all saw it before, so we'll see the after. Also, I haven't recorded in a while, just being real with y'all. The past like month or so, I was super anxious, so I quit my first job because I had this new job lined up, and my last day was on Valentine's Day. And then that day, I was not feeling well. Like Valentine's Day, we had the whole dinner planned, and then I texted my husband and I was like, I'm not feeling well. And I was feeling super tired the whole day, like fatigued, and I didn't know why. And I was like, maybe I'm just tired from the week. I was like, but usually I'd be excited, especially for my last day. And then as the day went on, around like 4 o'clock, body aches, huge migraine hit me, and I was like, oh gosh, I'm definitely getting sick. And I knew everyone around me was kind of catching the flu. And it had been that way for a while, but I didn't get sick, so I was like, maybe I'm just not gonna get it. And then it just like hit me like a truck one day, so that happened. If you're dealing with the flu, you know how terrible it's been this year. Like, I saw so many videos that were like, I don't know what they put in this one, but they definitely did a number with this flu that I don't understand it. But thank God we got through that. But yeah, I got sick, and then that whole week leading up to like the 21st, I was just down, like on the couch all day long, couldn't get up. My body hurt so bad, like down to my toes. I remember I couldn't sleep because my back hurt so bad, and just every part of me hurt, and the migraines. It was so bad. And usually it's the cough that gets me, but this time it was the body aches and the fever. The fever wouldn't go away. It happened every day. I should have seen a doctor. I don't know why I didn't. I just thought they're just gonna tell me that it's the flu and take medicine and go home, so I just didn't go. But next time I'm gonna go. If you're not feeling that well, just go to the doctor. Ooh, good crack. Oh, I love cracking my neck. Sorry if that grosses you. So yeah, I was sick that whole week. Then the next week, we were going to Boston. So I went to Boston, flew out there. Then the following week, we were still in Boston. So up until March 1st, sorry. That's kind of when I started spiraling, was that whole time. that I was like locked in, couldn't do much, and I was like, okay, I get it. And then my period came. Whenever my period comes, I just get down in the dumps. And now I'm really looking into that. So that's something new that I am trying to get help with, because there's other health things that I can't talk about on here that I'm going through, that I just need to figure out with some doctors. So that's going on too. But now I'm realizing I get really bad PMDD. Like my PMS symptoms are really bad, so I think it's PMDD at this point. I talked to a friend about that too, so I'm trying to see what we can do about that, because I just know every month it's just like bad, and sometimes it just like extends longer and longer to where 2 to 3 weeks centered around that time of the month just suck, and then 1 week I'm like free and happy, and I still feel joy, obviously, like I laugh and all that through these points, but I'm mainly just like spiraling and depressed, honestly. So that's kind of where I've been at. Just in my walk with God, as I spend more time in His Word, it's just been crazy to think, like even now, it just feels so good to record on my little cute camera, and I got this little like phone charm for the camera, and it's so cute, and it just makes me happy to look at and to do this. And I'm actually excited to hopefully edit this video and have it up soon. But it reminds me how, like, I was too anxious to record because I feel like I didn't have it in me. And the enemy will just try to take you down. His mission is to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And God came to give us life, and life to the full, and that's in John 10:10. And I really want to live my life to the full and not give in to the lies. I feel like I've been listening to a lot of lies in my head. So I'm trying to repent from that and just soak myself up in His Word. And I definitely want to, maybe I'll do that next. I want to write down on sticky notes. I have these transparent sticky notes. I just got them on Shein for like 60 cents to $1 maybe a little, like less than $3 for sure. I want to write scriptures on them and put them on my mirror. I think that's just going to be very helpful for me to be reminded of the truth throughout the day, to not spiral. Like I said, the enemy will really try to kill you and your purpose, and I feel like I'm learning that even now, where I'm like, wow, I should have just been recording the whole time. Even if it sucked, like if I'm not feeling that well, but at least it helps me. I sat down. But I just feel like I've been learning a lot from God recently. Just really trying to focus my identity on Him. I feel like that's been a long battle for me. And I think it is for human beings in general. That's like the main things that Satan is trying to come after are your mind and your identity, to make sure you're shaken up and not standing steadfast within Christ. And I just get anxious even talking about it still. Because it's just, everything is so fresh and I'm still feeling a lot, but it's a fight, you know, it's spiritual warfare, and I forget that sometimes, and I can't, like, we have to be aware and of sober mind, because the devil prowls around like a lion, just ready to pounce on you. I've been trying to remind myself of Romans 8:28, that God is working all things out for my good and for His glory. I'm trying to learn that the things that we go through in life aren't for ourselves. The pain that we feel all the time, obviously it is for us, because we grow through it and grow closer to God as a result, which I've been so grateful for, even though it hurts. But it also, I'm realizing, helps help other people that may go through similar situations. And so it's just cool to do that. I was talking to my sister-in-law and just talking to her how I've been struggling mentally, and I opened up to her and was vulnerable with her, and she was just able to have like faith for me and keep me going. And it just reminded me too of how the faith of people, like in the Bible, the faith of their friends is what healed the person sometimes. I think even when they lowered him down for God to heal him, that was through the faith of his friends that were like, Jesus is there, we are gonna go there and we're gonna get you there. Sometimes you just need that. Like, I need the people around me to uplift me, and you really need to find your people that will do that for you, because that's so important. Like, we're meant to be in fellowship, we're meant to be encouraged by one another and to encourage others daily. That's another thing I'm learning. I've just been learning a lot from God recently, and I just want to focus on the things that matter, to truly set my heart and my mind on the things above and not of things of this world. I feel like that's, even before I became a Christian, that was a scripture that really stood out to me. I was at a memorial service, actually, at one of my first church events. Didn't plan it for it to be that way, but God did. And they were talking about this man and just how sound in the word he was. And they said that he had his heart and his mind set on things above. And I remember that just clicked with me, and that's a scripture that I've held on to through my whole journey with God. And it comforts me a lot to think about that. And I've been focusing on Psalm 16:8, I believe it is. But it reads, I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. That one, I just have to think about every single day. I'm like, I will keep my eyes on the Lord with him at my right hand. And I focus on picturing him like holding my right hand. I will not be shaken. There's so many scriptures like that. Like, he keeps in perfect peace those who are steadfast within him. Like, steadfast, clinging to him. And I've noticed I've been very fearful recently. It's kind of going away, but there's just like this one fear that's been shaking me. The scripture for that too, I sought the Lord and he delivered me from my fears. I think it's sweet that God knows that we'll go through these things, and his truth is right there for us to hold on to and to really soak into our minds. And that's another thing I really want to focus on, is just trying to meditate more. And by meditate, I want to focus on breathing techniques, but also focus on his word. Like, that's what I want to focus on when I'm in those moments, to just be still, sit down, focus on what his word says, and to truly enjoy his presence. I feel like that'll be very healing in of itself. Is just being in his presence is the most beautiful thing, and that's where I want to be. Another thing I've been praying for through this time that I've felt anxious or depressed is, I ask God, I'm like, please God, give me your peace that transcends all understanding. He left his peace with us. Like, he literally tells us, my perfect peace I will give to you and leave to you. And so I've been praying for that, and I truly feel in moments throughout my day when I focus on that, I'm like, like, feels like a wash of peace just comes over me. So if you've been feeling that way or anxious, pray that prayer over your life. And if you're going through anything, I would love to be praying for you. Whoever's watching this, even if it's just one person, I'd love to pray for you. So please leave me your prayer requests. You can either message me privately or leave it down below if you want others to be praying for you as well. Yeah. There's a ton of other things that God has been teaching me, but that's my little spiel for now. A major thing why I started recording again, I want to talk about this because it was such a gift from God, and so cool how God uses people. This sweet girl that is like a mutual of mine, we follow each other on Instagram, and she reached out to me and asked me when I was going to post on YouTube again, or if I planned on doing like a longer video soon. And it just reminded me, like, you just never know who's watching you, and you can always be a light to anybody. I go through these phases where I just want to quit doing social media videos, even though it does bring me a lot of joy. But sometimes when I focus on the pressure of, man, it's like not a source of income for me, or just comparison. Honestly, I won't even go through the list because I don't want you to compare yourself in that way either, or put thoughts in your head. But just all these ways that I can compare myself and just get down, and I'm like, why am I even doing this? Losing followers has been a big one that I've been struggling with, and just reminding myself that my worth doesn't come from that. Whoever's meant to watch my videos will. Whoever follows me will. Whoever's meant to find me will. All according to God's will. I'm trying to trust that. So anyways, I just wanted to say thank you. I won't say your name in case you don't want it to be said, but you know who you are. If you are watching this video, you are the best, and I am so grateful that you encouraged me to start recording again. And it just shows how God uses anybody like you, like he used you to get me to record again and do the things I love again, to just guide us to do his purpose and his will for our lives. So thank you for letting God use you in that way. I'm excited to see if anyone else has been either dealing with this or can relate to this, or what you've been learning from God, about what God has been teaching you. I think that would be beautiful to share. I feel like that's always encouraging, is to see how God's hand is at work in our lives. And even through this period of time where it can feel kind of hopeless for me and my mind, I think back on how he got me through so many other things that I thought I would never get through, and he did. And even looking back, I'm like, wow, it's not even painful to look back on. It's just like, oh yeah, that happened. Even if it was a 10-year battle, a 20-year battle, whatever it may be, he got me through it, and he can get you through it as well. So I just want to leave with that thought of encouragement. Now let's get on with the rest of the day. So Josh and I actually removed these like things that were covering these light bulbs up there, and we found out that these open up. I didn't know that. And so I organized it, and it's just so nice. So I've been doing that. Today I just kind of focused on organizing our office space in the living room, or not the living room, sorry, our guest bedroom, because that was a mess. That was kind of like a throw all your junk in there kind of room and then deal with it later, but later never came. So today I was like, okay, I need to organize that room so it's a lot more organized. There's still a lot of stuff in there that I don't want in there, but we'll figure it out. I'm grateful that we made progress. This is your sign, if you're watching this, to go clean that part of your room or area that you've been putting off. You can play this in the background and just listen, but yeah, I highly recommend going to organize that space that you've been putting off for a while. We're gonna do my makeup now. I'm actually not gonna film, I think, the whole makeup process. I'll just show you what I've been using recently. My two favorite foundations right now have been the Supergoop Skin Tint, and you can see, I keep it upside down so it comes out easier, but you can see how much of this I have used. My second favorite is the Patrick Ta Cream Foundation, and I hit pan on it. My goal has been to like use up the products that I have, and I feel like I'm doing a good job of it. The thing with both of these, I love this so much. I love how easy it is to use, and it blends out like so nicely. Same with this, but this one makes me oily. This one doesn't. Like if I set it, if I have a whole routine where I've been like able to keep my face matte, if that makes sense. With this one, like I finally cracked the code with that. With this one though, it is still oily, but I love the way this looks. With this one, I feel like if I like scratch my nose throughout the day or like just wipe something, even though it doesn't, I don't look oily at all, it like will come off liquidy on my hands, which is gross. I don't know what to do about that or how to fix that. But if you know of any foundations that are similar to any of these for oily skin that can stay matte on my face for a while, or if that's a normal thing that you experience, please also let me know if I'm not the only one going throughout the day. Even if I set it with powder, like a ton of powder, if I scratch, it comes off as liquid. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. For today, since I'm going to church and it's like 4 p.m. right now, I won't get oily that fast. So I'm just gonna go in with this as my foundation. I've been really enjoying the shade Joy in the Rare Beauty Blush. I'm just gonna do the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. Man, that's right open. This bronzer, I love how easy that one is. My Tower 28 for concealer, and then I always just set it with these. Well, first I set it with my Huda Beauty powder. Everything just powdered up. And then I use this for my bronzer, my blush, and my highlight. And then I rediscovered my Say foundation base brush, and it is so good. I love this a lot to blend this in. I just think it makes it fun too. It's just so easy to throw on. So, been loving that, and it really does blend everything else out really seamlessly, and that it's very soft. So if you've been looking for like a dense brush like this, I feel like I recommend this more than the Hourglass one. I returned the Hourglass brush because I just thought this one was better. I feel like other brushes perform way better and blend out better than those did on me, but sometimes I try products again and then I end up loving it, so I don't know. That's why sometimes I'm hesitant to like show certain products, because I'm like, what if I change my mind in another month or so? I feel like that just happens, and I don't want anyone to be like, well, you hated it last month or whatever. I doubt people care like that anyway, but I just want to be a woman of my word. I remember I'm using my little freckle pen, and it's the orange one. I like this one. I feel like it matches my skin tone better, because the one in the black tube has more of a reddish tone to it, and this one has more of a darker tone. Like mine are pretty dark. I think that's it. And this as my eyeliner, the Rimmel Scandalized in the shade brown. This one lasts all day long. Eyeliners don't last on me, and this one does. This one's just like a pen one, but it works really well. I really love this one. I'm not doing that today. I don't feel like doing eyeliner. But that is the makeup routine for now. It changes all the time, because I have this whole rotation of things that I like, you know, switch out between, whether it's brushes, bases, anything. So like I said, I'm trying to use up what I have here. I might do a video maybe like on short film. I've been using the shade Loyalist with the Let's Bounce, and it's like an ombre effect. So I'll probably share that in a different video. But I still don't know how I feel about these, because they're a little drier and tackier. I don't know if I'll keep them. So I'm testing it out to see how I like them, but if I don't like them, I'm just gonna return them. I'm gonna finish up my makeup now. I have a bunch of things here that I'm sorting through and trying to figure out like what to donate. I got that from the Gate. Not my favorite, but I think I'm gonna try to use it tonight. But we'll see. So that's what I'm working on right now. Hey, Gio. Hey. Yay, I got that recorded. That made me happy. Okay, we're running late for church, but here's my outfit. Are you proud of me? I'm recording in front of you.
OOTD.
Oh, OOTD. The ought to do? I think because it's on YouTube, I feel more comfortable.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah. Ooh. The pants and the shoes. Now we gotta take out this hair. Moment of truth. Okay, this looks promising. So far, I'm liking it. Oh, that was tingly. This is awesome. Not bad for only letting it in there for an hour and a half. That's crazy. I think I don't know what to do. I'm gonna do some of my day mist leave-in to kind of see if it helps the frizz come down. Look how handsome he is over here, actually. I thought this was transfer proof.
Apparently not.